him, so Dr. Tufton have a program now. The government are helping with limbs, them are helping with teeth. Everyone our minister help them with something. If you need a good dentist, you can go check Michelle Charles. If you need help with it, you can combine the two. You have limbs were missing, you can check Tufton. I mean John, we don't need no more bigger PNP advocate than John, who get a whole foot. Right? So
You think it's gonna change his vote?
Yo, Kizzy.
yeah.
Kizzy, the way you look at things and the way you look at life and a certain work, you think the facts are in your favor. And if the facts are in your favor, then you will win. And then so life go. Perception plays the biggest part in all of this. Look at it saying that the country is heading in the wrong direction. And they broke it down parish by parish to find out the parish that had the least favorable comment on the direction of the country. The two parishes with the least favorable comment, St. Thomas and Manchester. What you know about St. Thomas and Manchester? The government has spent a whole lot of money sending a highway through St. Thomas and spent a whole lot of money extending a highway right into Manchester, and they still come out of that situation with a poll that says the country is heading in the wrong direction. You cannot use this facts argument.
Can I respond to you now?
Sure.
Okay. So there's a role that canvassing and enumeration play big in a politics when you are a person who take part in this thing, right? Now a pollster, when he comes to my parish in Eastern Portland, he's going to go in the towns. He's going to go into the Buff Bay. He's going to go maybe in the Oak Bay. He's going to go into Port Antonio town. He will not journey to Rio Grande Valley or all the way up in Millbank or all the way up in Shatova. He will not. No, my
MPs, campaign on the street.
My MPs, they know where their votes are. The pollster, he's lazy. I've seen videos of them, and I see the persons who they spoke to and in Buff Bay. And remember, that is my parish where me come from. Me know everybody who. And if you go and then you start ask the man where they on the street, remember, not a productive person, The boy where they at the corner smoke, where they at the bar, where hype and boom and rum, you think you gonna get even no sensible answer from them people? And most times, if you check it, if we be very fair and honest, in almost every town area of every parish in Jamaica, it is saturated with PNP, right? Most town areas saturated with
so they can
support. That is where they are. Support. That is where they are. And of them the pollsters are gonna go up and them not go find productive. No, it's better. You can't disregard them totally. Good morning, Shanwa. You can disregard them totally, but you have to understand too. So they're a snapshot in time. So you as a politician, you make do of it what you will. You have to look in at yourself to be.
Kizzy, let me ask you a simple question. Kizzy, a simple question, because you say you want to disregard the polls. If you were to say what is the biggest talking point, the biggest hot button topic right now on the mind of all Jamaicans, which topic you think that would be?
Bread and butter. Food.
So you think right now the number one thing that people are most concerned about?
Wait. The number one topic for me that affects Jamaicans every day of them life is what we have a very
I never say you as.
No. We were once upon a time.
No. I said what you think most Jamaica.
I think most people are concerned about how they're gonna eat, or they're gonna pay their bills, or they're gonna be able to afford them life.
Yeah,
I think
agree.
that is the number one concern of every human being.
That I agree with that. Because not only that, people are not.
Okay. All right, Kizzy, what about the number two? All right, Kizzy, what about the number two?
The number two is always your security and your health.
Yeah.
Okay, so you think the number one thing people are talking about in Jamaica today is cost of living and security?
Yes. The number one.
Correct, is
the number one.
Right,
the number one topic.
Do you think people have a favorable perception of them two issues there?
Currently?
Right now. Yeah.
No. People all over the world upset with cost of living.
No, we are talking about Jamaica. I'm not getting that all over the world. I say in Jamaica, those two topics they mentioned, security and cost of living, do you believe people have a favorable perception of those two things in Jamaica today?
No, they don't. But it was never only today. It was always like that.
They are conditioned that way.
There was never ever a time in Jamaica where persons were concerned or them are live.
No, but on the topic, but slow down, Kizzy. On the topic of security, we have seen how much security dropped last year, about around 9%, and then dropping by around 18%. So the facts actually show that there's an improvement in security, but you admit that there is a perception that there's a huge concern with security. So you're agreeing with me that the facts can break for you in a particular way, but the perception of people may be in another way. And on those two topics that you mentioned, do you think the government is winning the argument in that they are improving things on those fronts? Or do you think that they are winning the communication and the perception fight?
Okay, listen. I would say no, they're not. Because the propaganda is louder than the facts. But that don't
I agree with you.
But and this is where we have to always draw the line. Yes. The government has been doing. You know what is mind-boggling to me? Everywhere the prime minister goes, or any member of the government goes, the country is lauded for the good economy, for how things are improving in Jamaica. But Jamaicans who live at home cannot see it. You know why? Because they are looking at their own individual lives, and if their own individual lives are not, they don't see the improvement, which. No 5 people them can't see no improvement in their own life because of bad planning, but the bad decisions they make for themselves.
Correct.
There was a time when jobs were never available, and I see where I am. Yes, I went to Teachfield High School. I see where I have my business in Jamaica, and I can't find people to work. I cannot find people to work. You understand? And there was a time when that was never. You have girls who have them subject. Used to sit down in a bar. Remember, being a bartender is a job that a lot of people. I went to Happy Grove and I went to Teachfield. I went to both high schools, Paul Lawrence. There was a time in Jamaica when girls with their subjects, they would be crying, oh, we can't go to college, we can't afford it, but they can't get a job. They have to sit in the supermarket and do cash register, or some of them they start resort to bartending work. Nowadays, you can't even find a bartender. I'm telling you that because the girl, them elevate themselves and them
most bartender own their own bar.
Listen to me, you keep
working at yourself.
Right. If you have them elevate up, so they are no longer even doing that. So we can be hypocrites all we want, but the facts there. When children were leaving school in the 90s,
especially in Portland, to Kizzy, have you tell them about Portland?
If you can't,
especially in Portland.
If you cannot afford to go to follow up on your education by going to university or whatever, you never have no options. That's how a lot of persons started thinking about migrating. because them can't get no work. And this is why you have a lot of people too who leave them parish and gone into Kingston and gone to them other places where they could find opportunities because it was available there. But no, you have a lot of things changing.
Portland did have one of the biggest migration for your parish. As people left school and left the parish. And nothing of them left to do.
Listen, even before your school time done, if you're a person with ambition, you start to think now. Remember, gone back at the days, a boy, when before him left school, him have to think when he get a ship letter, him father, him uncle, or somebody the ship. Them a think now, say, why? Shana left school next week, so in a few months, so we have to make sure so we start out and get him his ship letter, right? Them things are not happen like that again. At least my friend could have looked at me and she tell me, say, our son, him fail him exams them twice. And she not making stay home this time and waste no more time about no school. She are making go work at call center. Because it is an option. Whether society want to degrade you and say a dirty work and a slavery or whatever, it is available. That is something that society didn't have before.
Yes.
At least you have options. Hey, Brother Paul, good morning.
Kizzy, you see it is real good because the truth is there was no other time in the history of Jamaica where people have so much option. I know that. Like back in my days, I used to get good jobs, but it's only the privileged to get jobs. At least certain kind of jobs, Most people didn't have that kind of opportunities,
I just believe that this current government create a lot of jobs, a lot of opportunities, over the last couple of years. Because before, before people usually, as the host said, people usually leave school with subjects, qualify for jobs, and can't get jobs. It was like a one-sided thing, and we have to basically whether you're a laborer or whatever. For you see difference, you have to talk about difference. There's a lot. Jamaica has come a long way, because especially for me, because I don't think I could fly out in the last 18 years when PMP was rolling, because it was more of and a friend. I have to speak from experience. I literally was out there and I didn't see my life moving from another to a next stage because it looked impossible. And I basically see this guy came in, Mr. Holness, and he's like, it's more of, okay, what can you do more of? How much do you want? I see a difference and I see it work, and I went to the embassy and I see where my opportunity present itself that I didn't have, and the thing about it is challenges is an everyday thing, and we can't expect the man to basically move the moon, put you over this. You understand me? Real talk, the man is dealing with challenges that times are changing. And the thing about it is there's a lot of young people, lot of 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 that I'm basically seeing in the US.
I don't want to break you, but yes, Prince, Prince, must be, me's a country girl and a proud country girl. Oh, you mean me just so don't be disrespectful to country people. Move. Sorry, Ashad, right? Continue.
But country people well spoken, so what am I talking about?
When I say still, I just believe that we need to stop basically make it look like there's nothing going on. We expect the man to basically stop crime. We expect the man to do this, but yet still, what are we doing? Are we seeing these changes? Are we going after the opportunity that is presenting itself? More young people are getting opportunities. More young people are flying out, whether you like it or not. It's not only uncle alone with the farm work. We go farm work and come back and carry the things. Them and I say work again. Things change. Younger people are getting opportunities.
I always say to people, Shanrai, I said to people, we don't need to figure out what government is supposed to do. One from a government, right? And if it's And everything that I want from a government, I can say that I am seeing it in this administration. They are empowering and equipping the police, the security forces, because security are our main concern, right? We want to live in a and crime free is we don't live in
At
a
least, at least, at least
utopia.
a low crime environment.
At least minimum a low crime environment. And I have seen where this government is invested and has spent so much to improve the police force. Remember first time when you call for the police, you hear say no
You know, no
car to gas
care.
station, and sometimes they not no gas. Car did but we not no gas. Imagine that we are come from, right? So can we all agree? And if anybody did want to agree, you can write in the comments. Have we seen a vast improvement in terms of security?
And one piece left in that puzzle now, you know.
But,
And I
but
people
Kizzy,
should do them part. People in now
but,
do
but,
them part.
Yeah,
but
I hear you. Yeah.
Kizzy, you're asking answers. You're asking answers. You're not asking a real question. You're asking some answers. And it's the thing I'm going to tell you from the start. Let me give you an interesting stat. In around 2006, the minimum wage was around 44 US dollars. I'm not quote it in Jamaican dollars,
Yeah.
but 44 US dollars. Today, the minimum wage is around 95 US dollars.
Yeah.
Zin, that's what we're talking about when we say you can see real numbers. Unemployment is at historic lows. But I'm telling you, you all have the information, but y'all poor on the messaging. Y'all poor on getting the information out there. And Kizzy, listen, I respect your point where you say there is a lot of opposition and a whole lot of what you call it again? A whole lot of
Propaganda.
propaganda. Thanks. That's the word you use. Propaganda that you have to fight against. But that's the lay of the land. That's politics. The other side, their job is to get in power. And they're not going to get in power by saying, boy, the government is doing an excellent job. They're going to sit and find something and they're going to amplify. They're going to see something going wrong and they're going to amplify it. See? But your job is to continue to present the real solid work that you're doing. All the stuff that you point out in terms of unemployment, in terms of improvement in crime, in terms of the equipping of the security, those are real things. But what I've said from the start is that a lot of people not hearing it. And
So
they're not
engineer,
hearing
may
it
I ask you
because
one
the other
question?
side has drowned them out.
Oh, me,
All right.
all of that
Wait,
facts so
hold on, guys. Hold on, Rickster. 1 minute. So I'm seeing two old-looking gentlemen, Mr. G Square, and I am respected. Yes, me accept to say Mr. because you look like you could have been my father or my grandfather, yeah. But you comments in right in the chat, it makes no sense. You had as older people, you should be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You don't have nothing positive, nothing of substance to add to the conversation.
You see what Tina Simpson said? That's the minimum wage in Jamaica. Shit made. And y'all here talking about this politician. Is it like this guy is 19 years old?
Yeah,
you not realize the minimum wage is coming from.
But at the end of the day, thanks Graham in the US, he that's how he choose to express himself. But honestly, Jamaica is Jamaica. Our economy is not the US. And when you go to the corner shop, you don't ask for US dollars. The only place if you go spend US are down at the tourist area them where the tourist people them sometimes the people who have those shops and stuff, they have to they just stick to the US dollars because that is where the currency is flowing in the US.
So they make them profit.
Yeah, but
Jamaica, no man, Kizzy, understand the reason I quote it in US dollars is because if I quote it in Jamaican dollars, the minimum wage in 2006 was something like 2,000 and something dollars. Now it's 16,000, 15 or $16,000. The reason I quote it in US dollars is one of the comments that I'm seeing of the thing. If you quote it in Jamaican dollars, people say, oh, inflation eat out the money.
Yeah, but even if
so
US
people
dollars,
can see here US dollars and understand that it has been real, it has grown in a real sense.
G Square, I don't have an issue with you guys Wait, one on. I don't have an issue with you guys disagreeing with what I said or what anybody on the panel said. We don't have no right. But if you don't come here and talk about thief like Andrew and them something, then me I go black you know. Me I go because that is not
Hello.
constructive conversation.
I am the
Hello.
minimum wage.
Hold on,
1
John.
minute.
The best
1
is
minute,
the
yes.
older
Give
folk.
Janty a minute. He has
You
been
know the
in
thing
the
about
box
it is always be the older folks, like the older dieted people them who basically just don't want to see nobody reach nowhere. Always come all out. You know, like I'm there just watching. And just watching these guys, the older guys who basically just us in it and I believe say them should have be the mama and papas and young people for just basically sit down. They are the one who basically are
It
commenting
is so
so
sad.
disrespectfully.
You
I am
see
respect.
them
I don't have
old
no
people
respect for
Shan,
you.
right?
Just
You see
looking
them
at
old people there? You see
your
them old
comments,
man
just
there, you see them
literally
old man there,
feeling,
you see them old man there, you see them old man there when I have nothing constructive to add. And them did their Jamaica in back
Me
in the
know,
days and
me
did
know,
unproductive and never did
a
done
whole back young
nothing.
people. Me know,
Right.
me know. So right now, young people now, cause guess what? You see them short and they sort them on, they usually carry go to Jamaica, go issue them out, them things and now go again because young people get the opportunity now to go make something of themselves. And that with them no want to talk about. Most young Jamaicans are in the United States bettering themselves, getting the opportunities that older Jamaicans only did have when PNP did a rule. Nobody no want to talk about them something there, you know.
Them can't
Nobody no
wrap up
want to
no
talk about
Irish
them something
Spring.
there.
Them can't wrap up no Irish Spring again. Nobody know.
No,
And nobody don't
no,
want.
Hello.
everybody have a safe opportunity now. The whole of we are fly out.
Hello.
I know one set of
Anyway,
people alone can
make
go
John
from
T
play.
get a chance there. Cause them old man they go and miserable themselves. Only now the senior years. Go and don't have nothing else to do. Go and miserable
Yeah,
themselves in
me
the
fi tell you,
comments.
because they're dieted and they only want to see this thing one way. You know what I mean? And now them a come talk about inflation. Look here, when me come to Jamaica now, I mean the US dollars, like I literally can do so much. And at the same time, me I see people in a Jamaica live better lives than people in the US. I'm seeing young people
Facts.
achieving more. I am seeing
Facts.
like, and the thing about it is that's why I'm in a conversation with some of them people because some of them people are not gonna win or they don't know nothing, you know. So how are you gonna comment when you have never experienced nothing? Jamaica has come a long way and Jamaica is beautiful. Jamaica is doing so good. I'm happy to be a Jamaican living in the United States and I love coming to my country because I've seen growth. I've seen where this guy have done so much. You understand me? And
He
the thing
has.
about it is like we not even look on it and say this man have two sons, you know. And this man is a family man and this man have a stalwart a wife behind him, you know. And if we gonna love our mothers, we gotta look at this and we see changes and we see how this man work. But guess what? You see through some of we hold and dieted and we want to make it thing look bad. We are gonna talk bad about the man and we would have quick for move a Jamaican and put a British for rule with. You see how dunks we are? And at the same time, we're gonna older people know. Listen, that's not how it goes. Life is changing. Life is evolving. We have a perfect man in power, very intelligent, very educated, very strong-minded, and we are going on the right path. We don't need nobody to draw we back down where we are come from. You understand me? We moving. We definitely do. We following this prime minister, this young guy who's literally who have a focus for us, and that's where we standing. And
Right,
me
that's so Shan, right.
definitely
Thank you very much. Mute your mic for a minute.
give
I
up
don't want to
on
hear what
my
John T
prime
has said.
minister.
Nah,
Never.
be up on him. Never. John T, come in.
Yeah, all right. Me hear even the gentleman that just spoke a while ago. Me hear him quoting saying some things in US. The minimum wage, it needs to improve more in Jamaica. And I can tell you that. Because guess what? Paying a person, I pay people $7,000 a day and that can't do nothing. That can't do nothing. 7,000.
John T,
Yes.
where you go reason now? Cause me want to hear this from. Me glad you said that.
Yeah, but wait
No,
now. Let me
Okay,
don't make
alright.
certain point and then you can reason with me.
Alright,
And me don't tell you. The amount of hotel that is building in Jamaica and we are importing people to come. When the people them come here, then get better pay than the Jamaican them, not knowing nothing. Them don't know nothing. Literally, they don't know nothing. No, we are sending people away to foreign to work. We don't need to send nobody because enough job is in Jamaica for
Wow.
the people them to work.
Hold on, brother, John T. What
Yeah.
you mean the people them that is coming to Jamaica don't know nothing? What you say? What you say, brother?
Hold up.
Bridget,
You see how the
Bridget,
easy way.
wait no man.
What you say,
Wait no
brother?
man.
Janty,
Wait
can I
no man.
respond?
That. So you're
Wait,
saying
no,
that
Janty,
Jamaican,
can I
so you're
respond?
saying that
Finish it.
Jamaica
Let
is
him
so
One
finish.
at
dumb
a time,
to
guys.
be
Come
this.
on, one
So
at
you,
a time.
bro,
One at a time.
Janty, you know make no sense.
One
You're
at a
saying
time.
finish
One
him
at a
point,
time.
Jamaica
Bridget.
is getting people from different countries to come to our country who don't know nothing. What are you saying?
Yeah
What you
man.
say, brother?
Yeah
Yeah,
man.
but
Yeah,
Janty,
you
you
know
can't
make
make
no
wild
sense,
accusations
Janty.
like that. Come, Shana, real quick,
Listen,
1
I
minute,
say.
So
Shana. 1 minute,
if I'm
Shana.
in the field where things is happening and missing thing, they do. Me can't say nothing upon it. Me
No,
can't say it
Janty,
on it.
Janty, wait 1 minute. Janty, that's why I
No,
wanted
no,
to ask
no.
you
Give me a
before.
chance to say something to Janty.
Okay.
Janty, couple of things. One,
Yeah.
we all agree that the minimum wage would like to see it go up higher. There's nobody who would disagree. But you need to understand that as a country, you're growing. So what the plan is to grow the minimum wage over time.
But
You
we don't need to
cannot
tell
look
them
at a
about it.
country like the United States, which have the biggest economy in the world, and sit here in Jamaica and say you want to earn what they're earning. What we
But the
now need to
engineer,
be
let me
focusing
ask you a
on.
question. For argument's
Sure.
sake, what is the minimum wage in America? Because they do have a minimum wage as well. How much people
They
earn an
don't have a
hour in
federal
America?
minimum. They don't have a federal minimum wage, but
They have it
most
by
states
state.
pay at
Some
least.
Exactly.
state
Give me a
things.
chance. Most states pay at
Somebody,
least $10 an hour.
oh, because
Right. And how
this
much
is
is
so this
$10
is
an
so
hour
unfair, bro.
in JMD?
All right, now let me go back to Janty. Janty,
But
Yeah man, me
but
I listen
15
to you.
minutes.
10
Janty,
US
you
dollars an hour
literally
equate to
just
about
changed the
to around
topic.
$400 US per week. But let me go back to you, Janty. Janty, this thing that you're saying that people are coming here to Jamaica to work, and most of them coming here to work on construction site, and them
Yes,
can't
yes.
do what the
Yes,
local guys
Virgin.
do.
I'm
That
glad
foolishness
you
here,
touched that. I'm glad you
No,
touched that.
foolishness here,
Where?
Just straight foolishness here.
Where?
You ever see a Dominican steel worker? A Dominican tile worker yet? You ever see a Chinese steel worker yet work? Don't do that, man.
The
We
people
ain't no
never
stick
come
up in there.
qualified.
We ain't no
They never
stick up
come
Skilled
in
worker
there.
qualified, Janty.
They're skilled
Stick up in.
workers.
Stick up in. I've been working with these people from 1997. The first Dominican tiler will come here. Me work with them. The first Dominican steel work will come here. Me work with them. And me go there go work. And me work with them in other country. So me want you get that. The first real.
What you saying?
The first
the
real
same way
that come
you,
here.
No. Hold
We
up,
are no man.
Janty.
We are no man. I was the first engineer that works with Rio when Rio come here.
Really?
Yes, when
It's
Rio
true.
come here.
I worked with the engineering company that was on that project.
Okay, so you know me then. You know me
I
then.
don't know if I know you.
No, man,
if I
you know me
but
for your
Janty-
work.
But Janty,
Yeah,
Janty,
listen
slow
to
down,
me.
Slow down.
Yeah.
I'm saying I do not agree with you when you say that
Hey,
we're bringing
me go to
I
Bahamas
do
go
not
work
agree
with them.
with you
Me
when
go
you
to
say we're
Panama
bringing
go work with
inferior
them.
workers.
Me
Big
go
man,
to
I
Panama
don't-
go work with them. So me know the quality work. Me
Big
go to
man, I
Dominican
have
Republic.
seen them work on many sites. I don't agree with you when you tell me that they're
Wait.
inferior. A lot of
Virgin.
them have higher production than our workers in that particular
Virgin, they
area.
are going to speak Spanish over we.
Okay.
And that me they tell you.
Janty, you use your brain. Janty, you use your brain. Would you hire a man that's going to cost you more to finish a piece of job?
So wait, can we go to...
Now ask if you use your brain.
Let me ask you.
You're one
Let me
contractor.
ask you. I don't answer your question.
No.
But you
You're
have to
a
answer the question
contractor. You have
first.
2 workers to hire. Would you hire the man who is going to give you low quality work and at a higher rate?
So what you are saying, Jamaicans are giving people low quality work?
I am saying in the particular
When
area,
Yellow,
when
you know
say a
Yellow.
Dominican
You if
might
you
come-
work
no,
on the same...
Janty, Mr. This
Hey,
without apology.
Janty,
We are
stop
not-
shouting.
we are not-
Man, Mr. This
Janty.
without apology.
Oh
In the
my
particular
God.
area
Mute them
that
first.
those
Skizzy.
guys
Then you
come in
can
and
control
work,
the line.
they
But-
give higher production than the Jamaican worker
No,
in that particular area.
Janty, Mr. Janty, sir, we want you to be a part of the conversation, but you need to give others a chance. You have to listen. So just calm down, chill down a little bit, and have a conversation. No shouting much. Okay? And sir, you cannot come and if you're saying the people have not qualified, you have to tell us straight which people not qualified and how you have that proof. Because
I
unless
thought
you
Janti
are the
was
one who are
talking about the
employing
United
them,
States.
you cannot say they're not qualified. Because the thing is, a lot of Jamaicans think that the way how we do things are the correct way, and how other people do things are the wrong way. When they are the one who are doing it the right way, because a lot of Jamaicans who are very good at what they do, they are not formally trained. So they figure out a way how to do a job, but that don't mean that that is how the people who learn it, and also them teach them, that's not how they were taught.
Real
So
talk
Janty,
out.
just calm down yourself and let's have a conversation, not a shouting match. And what you say about minimum wage, I will say this to you, right? Minimum wage, whether if you check minimum wage worldwide, there is every country will have a minimum wage. They have a certain type of cap, right?
And it have to be in
Minimum
line with the economy too.
minimum wage have to be in line with the economy, and minimum wage have to be where the persons who are also middle class income earners, if they employ somebody, they have to be able to pay someone. You understand? So for example, those jobs that persons do on a day-to-day, or even a person who have a household and they're employing a nanny, you think them can pay the nanny millions? A nanny worth millions? A nanny take care of your child. The nanny is actually like a second mother. You would have loved to pay a nanny millions, but you can't afford to do that because you yourself is a middle income earner. You might be a teacher, you might be a sales rep somewhere, you might be an assistant somewhere, and you are earning maybe $5 or $10 above minimum wage. You think that person would be able to afford or be able to contribute to society and go to their job if they can't afford to pay the person who is come and take care of their child?
Good point, Kizzy. And can I say something too? What the minimum when a country have a minimum wage, right? It doesn't mean that the employer will have to just pay that minimum wage. If it's 16,000 minimum wages and the person can afford to pay 25,000, you pay
Minimum wage is just a
25,000.
cap. Minimum wage is
Well,
just a
just
cap. It is
a
not.
guideline so that they
Nobody
don't
now say if
abuse
you
the
pay
people.
somebody minimum wage. Minimum wage is just set there so that persons don't
Exactly.
pay them on below that, so that say they're not
Hello.
cheated.
Right. Because
Hello.
even when
Hello.
I used to have
Hello.
domestic helper, and I used to minimum wage at the time was $2,000.
Rain
I
the
used to pay
fall.
that domestic helper 3,000. Based on your pay for your ability to pay. So
What do you
minimum
guys
wage
call
also
minimum
says
wage now? What's minimum wage? Because me they are listening, me on say minimum wage, and it's like, so y'all don't, so y'all think the United States have a quota where they pay like people who work at McDonald's and look a simple job. I mean, to me personally, it's all about what you're qualified for. Like it's not such a big deal. Like Jamaica,
Shanrai, minimum wage is the lowest remuneration that employers can legally pay their
pay someone.
employee. So
It's
it is
but
a
legal.
it's in every country.
in every country. That is what is set out by the government so that people are not abused. You
Right.
understand? So
But the employer
it
can
is
pay more.
it is acceptable. Remember most times, even no matter which profession, you can go in and negotiate your pay. So it's up to the person who employ you to say, okay, so
Yeah.
we are paying 50. So for example, we are paying $15 an hour, right? So that is $5 over the $10, which is the set national minimum wage. And you are gonna look at the person and say, well, listen to me. This is my skill set. This is my education. This is my experience. My what I bring to the table, it worth $20. And me now as the employer, I'm gonna look at you and say, listen, I cannot afford to give you $20. The minimum wage is 10. I am paying already 5 over the 10. And in the broad spectrum of things, this is how much, along this line, this is how much people are paid. So I'm sorry, I cannot employ you. It's up to you if you know.
Take it
Say,
or leave it.
okay, take it or leave it. But once the person not paying you below the minimum wage, they are not
They're not
breaking
coming
the
no crime.
law.
Right. And not only that too. People
And
with
and
ability
and
to pay
and,
more
and wait
will
one
pay
minute,
more.
common sense. Let me make this very clear, right? The minimum wage has been raised how many times under the Jamaica Labour Party?
But 3 times
Since
or
2016.
4 times.
I think it's
Three
four.
times or four, yes,
I
and I
think it's
think it's
four
coming from
times,
5,500.
And it a raise next year again.
right? They have been consistently increasing it due to the fact that our economy is
Economy is growing.
better. our economy is growing. So we can't just come and we have to always remember that small businesses, people who have startups, if the minimum wage is too high, these businesses will fail. Because
We fire people too.
sometimes a man have a little small money and him can start a business, but him can't even afford to employ nobody because him cannot afford the overhead. So in business I go under. So you have to be smart with minimum wage. You can't just say, oh, everybody not remember there's no country in the world where everybody rich except we must say Abu Dhabi. And Abu Dhabi I want little that.
No man, everybody not rich neither. Then does not show you poor people in.
No.
Right.
Abu Dhabi, the citizens are rich, but those who leave there to go there to work, them can't rich. Them
And
can't
the
rich
thing,
because them come back to the workforce.
John T mentioned something about like, bro, me, as a Jamaican living in a different country, like, bro, everybody is qualified. Not because we Jamaicans we qualify, but people are qualified too. So if people left from different country and come to our country to work, you know, like, I don't think that we should be so much against them because remember we are left in a different country too. You understand me? Jamaican teachers are very, very well put together. When they go United States, they're so qualified for the job here. Me as a mechanic that leave Jamaica, I came here, but I still have to be certified and go through some little things. You understand me? Because certain things I know. You understand me? But that doesn't mean that they're better than them. I just believe that people just need to just be open for change. It's okay for people to come to our country. It's okay for people to leave our country and go work. I mean, come on, man. It's just changes. You know,
No,
Yeah,
Jamaican,
but
no Jamaican not supposed to want to discriminate against anybody who coming to
no,
Jamaica
but
come work, whether
wait,
qualified
no,
or not.
I'm
You know
not
why?
Now
no.
we call
Wait,
like why work.
John, we're not accusing you of that. We're not accusing you of that. But the thing is, we have to remember too that as Jamaica's economy grow, just like how you have Jamaicans they used to flock, got them other little small islands because they
People
were
go
doing
on come here
well,
too.
they are going to come to ours.
straight up.
Whether
Yeah,
skill or
but
no
what I'm
skill.
saying now, look here, what I'm saying now, I'm not saying that the guys, but I'm telling you, the Jamaicans are much better than them when you put them into the workforce. And why are we migrating? Remember saying no, if we are migrating now, we are must have been good to people to accept us in our country now. And when you look in the Cayman Islands, I work in the Cayman Islands, I work in all of these islands. Jamaica minimum wage is one of the lowest. Ongo 80 is lower
Me can
than
ask you
us.
one question. Me can ask you
I
one
Yeah.
question.
must say, man.
How much you don't want Jamaica minimum wage should be at this present time?
Listen to me, I'm not gonna put a cap on it, but I'm gonna
Me
put
not
say.
that's a simple question, man. Just give me a number.
Let me tell you, a man can get a normal
You want
worker
to
can
change
get it.
man. Just tell me
Why
minimum
every
wage
time
right
we
now.
have this
Wait now,
panel, it's always a
wait now,
flood of
he
people
can
on
get
this
in
panel?
$10,000 a day.
10 grand a day. So that means say if you work 5 days, you get 50,000 Jamaican dollar a week.
John T, you sound like Peter Phillips.
Wait,
I
wait
don't think
no,
you're in the right
wait
Go
no,
on, go
panel,
on,
wait
man.
if
no,
you
all
answer,
right,
go on
all
to
right.
answer. So if
Wait
you
no,
pay
man.
50 grand a
No
week
trouble,
then.
Shannon. I make him talk.
Wait no, Shannon. Let us start with lunch. Let
I
us
don't want to hear about
pencil.
that, man. I want to hear say if
I
you
am
pay
saying to you,
50,000 a week.
I am saying to you, let us pencil out the lunch. Let us
No,
pencil out the lunch and the man
Me know how you
expense of the
pencil out
day.
the lunch. But just want to tell me how
The
much money per
overall
week you
cost
think
for
a
the
minimum
day.
wage earner should get.
No, let me put something on it and not laugh off of me. Me
Yeah,
put
man, yeah,
something
man.
on the
More hear
table and
how
you
much
dey
a
laugh now.
minimum wage earner should earn. But I ask about a steelman or a carpenter or an accountant. How much should a minimum wage earner earn? Just tell us that.
Per week.
At least $7,000 a day.
But John T,
What?
you say
So
you are paying your
35,000
worker
a week
them
then.
um
Yeah.
you say you are paying your worker them 7,000 a day. That's what you said at the
My
beginning.
minimum wage worker them. My minimum wage worker them. My minimum wage worker them at
In which field?
$7,000 a day. Me
And
they
that is
pay
in the
them.
How
construction.
much you pay your helper? John, how much you pay your helper?
Yeah. How much you
I
pay
pay
the
my
labor?
I pay my
How much you
helper
pay your helper?
7,000. I pay my helper $7,000 a day.
Yeah,
Good
but
on
a
you.
day
How
work.
many
John
days?
T,
How many days a week she come? No, 1 minute. John T, how many days a week she come?
3 days.
Oh, you think you're slick?
So
We ask you,
21,000 that then.
somebody who comes to work 5 days a week,
Days a week,
how
yes.
much money per day should they get? Don't be slick with us. Tell us about a helper come to your place every now and again. Tell
Yes.
us how much you think we should pay somebody per day who
Bridger,
comes
you
to work
asked me a
5 days a
while
week.
ago and me they tell you
No,
as
no,
it
no.
fact.
I want to hear about the 5 day a week person.
3
How
days a
much
week.
should that person get?
People who comes with me, I am paying them $7,000 a day. People
So you
who
pay
come with for the rest for the week.
So you have to have people like a laborer then, non-skilled.
Yes, $7,000.
Well, good on you.
Wait now. I am not saying what the Prime Minister is good now. He improved now. The Prime Minister improved now. Don't get me wrong now. And the Prime Minister is doing good. You understand me? He's doing damn well. But let us look on the facts. The facts. How much for a lunch?
You don't care fear because you can't buy you can afford.
How you going to talk about lunch?
No. Hold on. What do you mean? How much for lunch?
Jesus Christ.
Go and buy a lunch?
What happened? We can't sit down and reason, brother.
No.
Let me
John T,
answer,
do you
John
mean
T,
to go and buy a lunch?
DJ, let me answer him, please. You say how much for a lunch? You buy what you can afford, what is
Thank
within
you.
your budget.
Thank
So it
you.
has nothing to do with if lunch is at 2,000 or 3,000. You buy what you can afford. Simple. You're not gonna.
No.
And
What?
this is the problem, Janty. This is the issue. You see? All right. Back in the day, I remember construction sites. Them used to have cook and have them own. All on the Philippines. Richard Palmer, please mute your mic. Back in the days, they used to have, so when the construction site is really big, there used to be a cook shop on it, and they used to cook, and the prices used to be relatively friendly.
Subsidized,
Yes, to those who work there, right? Nowadays, I don't know if that is happening because me not go on a construction site. No, me don't know what going. But you see the issue where I have a lot of people, when you're a minimum wage worker, you can't expect say you go eat a KFC every day. And Jamaica never used to be like that. I remember.
But nobody not eat KFC. Nobody eat KFC for construction.
No. This,
No,
I
John
mean,
T, I am basically
John T,
saying
I don't want
that
to mistake what Kizzy has said to you.
People must budget
No.
according to how they earn,
Simple.
right? You can't expect say you're a minimum wage earner, and then every day you want KFC and Krispy Kreme and whatever the was fast food stuff is, right?
You have to cook your
And
food and bring your lunch with you, so you go.
I remember back in the day, people used to come together, then get one little woman on the side, the woman cook, everybody put together, then pay for the food, and then provide the ingredients. These days, nobody want to do that. Everybody want to go buy the big box food.
No, man, because everybody they wear long fingernail. Nobody now go cook.
What you mean say nobody not cook? What you mean?
No.
So
John
why
T,
you
you
can't
carry the
John T?
conversation on a different
Where there's
place now, man.
where there's a demand, there will be goods.
The budget, Janty. People have to recognize that. This is the point I was making long ago. The country is improving, the economy is improving, but people are not improving in them lifestyle.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that.
They're not budgeting, right? They're not paying attention to their needs. They're paying attention to their wants.
But let me hear your budget for them now. Let me hear your budget for them.
Anyway, Kizzy and your guests, me have to shake out still. So we'll go on with the talk, right?
Big up for the conversation.
I sent you, I followed you, so I hope you follow me, because when we'll have more conversations like this, we need the independent minds to come in and tell
All right, Kizzy, talk to you.
Yeah,
man. Me are one of them.
All right,
John, I have a question for you.
Okay, Mr. Palmer, your turn.
Now, John, why you think food price is so expensive?
Food not expensive.
John, why you think food price is expensive?
Me say food is not expensive.
Okay, well, to you then. But let me tell you something that you don't know. Every time minimum wage go up, our prices go up. The businessmen are not going to take it out of their own pocket. So we, the consumer, have to pay for it. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, man. Me aware of that, yes.
Fine. So if the government put the minimum wage to 20,000, the price of food gonna go up more, because production price cost is gonna be increased to the consumer.
But look, let us look at some countries that is in our territory and look at the minimum wage and look at the food pricing and look at everything. Let
But
us
that,
pick Cayman.
but
Like,
Let
John,
us pick Cayman.
John, that is not the way how we are gonna do things. Because we have to
Okay, all
remember,
right,
say,
all right,
we have
all
to
right,
remember, say,
all right,
every.
all right.
Listen, you have to remember that every country have a different we are at different levels due to the
Income level.
economy
Income
and
level.
the economy. You cannot be comparing where Cayman appear for
and the
Barbados and
CI
appear.
and the global stage, the CI stronger than the Jamaican dollar anyway.
But the
Right.
Cayman is very expensive. Food is very expensive there.
That much
And
I
the,
But
know.
no,
and the
but
man
Food
saying,
is
Life in Cayman in
expensive
general is
everywhere. It's
expensive.
not unique to Jamaica. It's expensive everywhere. What's the point?
yeah, but I'm saying
But
to you, and let me take my minimum wage that me get every week and go into the cheapest supermarket and see if I can provide for my family.
Rich
You
My
buy
dad
what
that
you
family
can
of
limit
afford.
to
two.
live below
You
your
buy
means
what
so
you
that
can afford.
you're not listening to the
Oh
panel,
God.
bro.
You have to buy what you can afford, Virgin. You
Yeah,
Yes,
can't
but
live
silly.
above what you
let
earn.
us
It's
let us
impossible.
let us use that minimum wage and go to a cheap supermarket.
You
Okay, we
still
have
have
to
to go buy what you
Cheapest
can
wait
afford.
there,
supermarket.
guys.
No,
You have to
excuse me.
understand, sir,
The
John T is
minimum
a
wage them I
PMP and
used to buy
PMP
them
believe
meat and
in
them
No,
meat
more
no,
and
no,
money
no,
or
all
no.
the
A
less
stuff
man
work.
saying it's
there.
not paid.
You
He's
have to
saying neutral.
understand
So
what
him
is
say,
going. John T want more money for less
yeah,
work. It's all
yeah.
of is that
No,
has been
Sharon, no,
PMP thing
Sharon.
from
Me
day
not gonna
one.
agree with you. Because
What do you
John T
mean
said the
by
government are going good. John T just a defend minimum wage because John T has a cost of living is high. But at the
You
end
see
of the
that
day, what I am saying to John T is that even where I live, cost of living is very, very high. Very, very high. But guess what happened? I plan my meals. When I go out every day, I don't go out with my langotte
yeah,
to go
eat
eat a
steak every day.
five-star restaurant. When me I leave my house in the mornings, I put together my little sandwich and bring me little bottle of water and buy a wholesale. Yeah, and that me
And
do.
your
Me no
fruits
left
and
the
your
super,
rare.
so
me no left
so
the
so?
supermarket go
thank you,
buy the
miss.
I
water
wouldn't
for
say
five
Thank
cost of
dollars.
living is
thank
higher.
you
Just
very
feel like
much.
cost of living is not high, just moderate. Like, come on, man. Like, if you get PI, you basically decide to go waste out a lot of your money. That's on you. That's not supposed to be on the government.
Yeah,
Look
but
here,
Virgin, let's
hard life is
Shanrai,
what
everywhere.
Shanrai. The
Okay,
cost of
Shamright.
living, the cost of living is high depending on the lifestyle that one choose
where
to live.
cost of living
For
high where?
example, Philippian is a lady and I am a lady, right? Philippian might go shopping and she go on Shein and she buy her dress and she buy her outfit and it costs her $50. Me no, me take myself gone pa Louis Vuitton and Prada because that's my
That's
chest
it. Yeah, that's
high
your choice.
because my chest high. So because of that, no, I cannot afford it. Now, when people talk about the prices of food, right? People all over the world right now complaining about food. Jamaicans also, we are not living on the diet what we used to live on. When me a
But
little
kids, they
pitney,
still eat 2 meat pans on the door.
when me a little pitney, me used to get my porridge a morning time, whichever type of porridge for go to school, with my biscuit, my tough crackers in night and them something. These children these days, them no broke
Everybody
so.
want cornflakes, now
They,
want condensed milk.
right.
So what is wrong with that? What is
Nothing
wrong
wrong
with
with it,
that?
but you have to be
Yeah,
able to
but
afford
John
it.
T,
Nothing
that is
wrong with
it.
it, you know.
Not wrong with it, but if you can't afford it,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
look over your
Buffalo Bridge,
neighbor,
yeah,
your neighbor
Buffalo
over,
Bridge.
Right.
your neighbor next door now earn minimum wage. Your neighbor earn
But
then good
Chizzy,
salary
let me say
because
this. You know,
them a get them good pay.
government no pay $15,000. You know, they pay more than that. It is the private sector that pays maybe $15,000. Remember, minimum wage is put in place for persons not to be exploited. You cannot.
At you. That's what I'm saying.
You as a private person can increase it.
That's what I'm
First of all,
saying.
just
So
make
But
it.
you,
Philippine,
Let me
that
say,
was
you
can I say
established
it's
something?
long
up to
time. That
you.
established
Government
long
not
time
to
Let
in
me
mandate.
the
say
What
something.
I am
conversation.
saying, government do have to mandate that you raise it to $20,000, the
You
private
can raise it by
person.
yourself.
So if you have your business and you want to pay the 20,000, you pay
You
it.
can afford. If you can
If you
afford to
can
do
pay
that,
it fast,
that is
you
what
pay
you
it for
do.
it, you know?
So the
You know something?
15,000 is
I
that
have
you cannot go below. So
It's
what's
a
the
guideline.
point?
It's a guideline, you know?
What's the
But
point? Because
me
in
want
a
make
government,
this
they might
clear
pay you
that there's
$20,000
no country
when you're a
in the
government
world
worker.
where you
You see,
can live solely off a
can I say
minimum
something
wage.
now?
There's none.
Let me
None
None.
say
at
something.
all.
Let me
None
say
at
something,
all.
Slim. You see, one thing before a person come talk about things that they don't really understand. You have to understand the thing to talk about the thing because if you don't understand about the economy, you can't come talk about wages and them things. Because minimum wage is for like people that gaining experience.
worker.
Not,
It's not a living
not,
wage. So you have to have
yeah,
the
it's not a living
experience.
wage.
You have to have the experience to gain living wage. That's why the
Thank you.
opportunity is there for people to go learn skills and
Thank
learn
you,
trade.
brother.
If you
Improve
want to
your life.
make more money.
Bro, you
Yes,
know the thing about it
wage,
is I'm living.
your
Can,
wage
can I
Hold
get
on
a
a
chance?
second,
dependent
hold on a
on
second, hold on a second,
how
hold
much
on a
you
second, we try to finish it.
produce.
But
Hold on.
guys, make him finish in point.
Let me just finish. Oh, that's. So it's like you have to understand, sir, if somebody background colonize it, if the employer raise the minimum wage to a certain attempt and him have all and him have 10 worker, him have to lay off 5 because he now can't afford to pay the 10. So what you gonna do now, you gonna last job in the country. A lot of people are gonna be unemployed because you cannot just raise minimum wage rapidly like that. You're gonna let the inflation are gonna about everything again. So you have to understand what you are talking about before you come say you not talk about these things. You have to learn a little about it.
The thing is, we don't establish that minimum wage is a guideline so that other persons are not exploited, and it's set across the world. Every country have one, right? The next thing is a lot of people in developed countries. So when I keep saying that a person need to tailor them budget according to how them earn. The next thing is also lifestyle, which may just make the example regarding me and Philippi and go shopping. She got Shein, me got Prada, right? Two different things. We depend on two different budget. Now, if I am earning minimum wage and take myself go buy 80-inch ear and then my pitting on a lunch for go to school the next day, that's on me. That is on me. You understand? The other thing is, in most developed countries, persons know that one income cannot sustain them and a household, no proper household. That's why you have a lot of persons who get married and they maintain a family unit and then they have a partnership where two money are coming, not one. So the lifestyle of a lot of persons in a Jamaica, both male and female, they also need to look into it and change themselves and change how them live.
A
So
very
that
good
they
point.
Yeah,
so that they will not be coming home and a struggle. When you're a man and you work on a construction site and you are earning your little pay, and when your fortnight come and you get your fortnight money, you have 4 baby mother hunt you down. You have too much people. You end up with nothing, and that's why enough of them site man and then trade man they earn good money, but them ever broke and look shabby because of poor life choices.
let me give you an example.
We can't blame government for that. We can't
I
blame
Canada,
government for that.
Canada me live. And when me come here, I work for minimum wage. I do some painting with people for minimum wage. And you know what me do? Me never stop till me learn the
Thank you,
painting.
clean.
I guess when me learn the painting, you know what me do? Me go when me know it enough, me go open my own painting company. And nobody can pay me minimum wage again.
I'm living in the United States and I have two
But
kids.
remember that
I live in.
these persons on minimum wage are the ones who benefit most from programs like PASS and
Correct.
such. So I don't understand the uproar.
The
No,
thing about it is like
and if all you have to do is upgrade your life. I once was earning minimum wage. What did I do? I didn't get stuck. Me go a
Yeah.
university. Me go a heart first. Me go a university afterwards. Me work my minimum wage and me get through in a life. We must stop act as if it's all on government. People
The
have
persons who really
responsibility
debate, the persons
too.
who really debate
Morning.
minimum wage and have a problem with minimum wage is those who just want a talking point. Because minimum wage is not, it's not even it. And if you're gonna come for minimum wage and what it is now in Jamaica, you can't come for this government. Because this government raise it 3 or 4 times. If me
And
I
people just
remember.
don't want to
America
improve them
has a
life. People
minimum
just
wage
want to stay
as
a
well.
stage one.
Every
Morning,
country.
morning, everyone.
And have 5 jobs them a fair work.
Morning.
3 jobs them a fair work.
Anybody where do
This
two,
is
three job
Kizzy
of
from
people who
Portland.
decide not to improve
Yes,
their
this is
lives.
Kizzy from Portland.
Oh, hi, nice to see you. I need to address John T.
Yeah, man, address me, man.
So John T, it sounds like you're in building.
Construction.
No,
You're in
man,
the construction industry.
yes. I'm in construction, engineer construction and everything.
All right. So let me ask you this question: Do you
Yes, sir.
believe
in the construction industry that anyone should be earning minimum wage? No, I
Laborer,
don't.
laborer.
I
Laborer
don't think
can be
so.
earned. It all
Not
depends. It
even,
all
not
depends.
even the
Laborer.
laborer, not
All
even
No
the
right.
laborer
labor minimum wage in
should be
construction.
earning minimum wage in the construction industry.
All right. Go on.
And
Let me hear what you have to say.
it is set across the board where they set a price that each individual earns. Laborer, mason, and you go on. And it is so organized that it is being national. So you can't go and pay a laborer $2,500 now. They will tell you that the current rate is $4,000, $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a cap on minimum wage nationally. If you should look at the organizations that are paying minimum wage, it is very minimal. And the implication of you paying minimum wage and the minimum wage to, let's say, a shopkeeper who live next door to the shop, but she want an extra $10,000 because she not do nothing. She retire, she just there home, her kids are gone, and she want something to do. So the shop owner can pay her $10,000 a week. He's selling at the shop. Now, after a year or so, that person can sue the shopkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
You're aware of that, right?
Yeah, man. Me aware of that.
Now, the average, let's say middle class, is earning maybe $190,000 to $200,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Most of these persons employs helpers, gardeners, other minimal things. Now, if we should put minimum wage at, say, $20,000 a week, that is $80,000 out of that person's monthly earning, leaving that person with $120,000 to do the things that they're supposed to do. If you're going to increase minimum wage, it will not only impact the minimum wage earners.
Yes.
You're going to have to increase everything else.
Yep.
So the middle class earners, you will have to increase that so they can employ their housekeeper, their shopkeepers, their helpers, their gardeners. Because if you raise minimum wage and the middle class is still only earning $190,000 to $200,000, then not only will they not be able to afford to pay these helpers and shopkeepers, those helpers and shopkeepers will be out of a job.
And long term, Courtney, the person might have to close their business because they can't afford to stay in it themselves because they have their job and they're running a little small business on the side, but they can't afford to maintain staff. So what will happen? They will also lose income because they're not able to keep the business up and running.
Right.
All right. And Corey.
Wait, just one more minute.
Yeah.
Thing that we tie minimum wage to the poorer class, that is false. Very, very false. Because one of the poorer class Jamaicans are in construction. None of them are earning minimum wage. I operate a little farm, a small farm, and I am currently paying $4,500 per day. I have a worker that left school when he was in 6th grade in primary. I can't send him a text on my phone, I have to send a voice note. And he's earning above minimum wage. So minimum wage, you can't tie it to poor people.
All right, let me ask you something, Corey. And this is a point that I want to make. Let us use a minimum wage worker, don't have any child, and let us just take him weekly expense, what it takes to get him up and running so he can go back and come back to work every day. Pay the minimum fare. minimum tax here. Let us pencil out something for you and see how much the minimum in weekly pay is coming to, and see how much you can take and how much you can save out there.
John, excuse me, John, did you mention something about daycare?
Daycare?
No.
No.
Well,
Oh, okay,
let me do that
sorry,
for you, John.
go
Yeah.
ahead, sorry.
Yeah, let me work that out for you.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much.
First of all, you should not be thinking about saving out of a minimum wage.
All right. Let us
minimum
abolish
wage-
that then. Let
a
us
minimum
abolish that
wage,
then.
You should try use a minimum wage to uplift yourself
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
so you can earn more. If we increase minimum wage to a comfortable salary,
People are gonna stuck at one level now.
exactly, the country won't grow, our people won't. When you go
And they're
to
too
school, you can
comfortable.
earn the same thing at minimum wage, where when you go to school and you get a degree and you diploma, and we can just sit down and earn the same thing. Then we will go nowhere as a people.
But let me factor one little thing. Since you say that, let me factor one little thing. If the minimum wage worker get a work overseas, like in the Cayman or to go and farm work, let us factor that too and see how we can work around that. Meanwhile, you're working that out.
What do you want them to do? What if
No,
they get the
I am.
work? What do you mean? How them are going to take the work? Is that what you mean?
Yes, because they are going to leave you and take that work now.
John T,
but
I'm
that
Them
is
going
have to
to
something
figure out
say,
you're
them have
uplifting
to fix
yourself.
them way in it.
I'm going to say something that we need to be mindful of, yeah? Because a lot of times Jamaicans tend to mix up this thing. When a person leave home to go somewhere else to earn, you know they live a different lifestyle from when they're actually living in the country. Because when you leave home, and if you go straight to work for a company, usually that company provide you with housing or subsidized housing, or you go and live with somebody. You're not totally responsible for the whole entire household. You are there with a mindset to work and save. And
Yeah,
this is
but
why and this is
Precisely.
why sometimes the money even add up. No, let me be speaking, because you have a lot of persons, and if they wish to speak the truth, a lot of Jamaicans who go on these work programs, when they come back to Jamaica after
They
the
not have
6
nothing.
or 9 months, they have zero, and
Spend half all of their money over
they
there.
themselves will tell you, that if they had stayed in Jamaica within that period of time, they would have earned more. So enough
that is
time people take the work, then go because they think it will be better. They think that they get the opportunity to travel and get experience, but it not necessarily means it's profitable, and that is just the facts.
you know
And if
now
a
we are
man go away,
reasoning.
if a man
No,
go
we
away
are
and leave him,
reasoning. No,
no, if
no,
a
we
man
are
go away and leave
reasoning,
him
man.
family, if a man go away and
Okay.
leave him family in Jamaica, every work him work in their foreigner flask, over there do nothing. He must save and he must send every money to the woman and the pitney, and the woman and the pitney now in a Jamaica, and that is who spend the money and build up them place. So then the person next door who don't know the sacrifice that this man is overseas making you hungry here, John, they're foreign 9 months and look that they can put a room on their house, then put a veranda on their house, but they don't know the sacrifice with
The
John
struggle
make.
ain't got you.
You understand? So we should
You see,
always remember, say there is more to life than what we see.
You know,
And
yeah,
Working
a
minimum
lot of
wage in the
times people
United
who
States is
earn.
worse than working minimum wage in Jamaica. Y'all need to know that. When you
One
Say
work
that
second,
again.
minimum wage
Shanra.
in the
Let
United
brother
States, you
Paul
live in
speak.
far worse than if you work in minimum wage in Jamaica. Because you got to understand, in the United States, climate change, okay? And trust me, minimum wage no work up at this place here. Unless you want man when I no youth and no direction and no goal in life.
Shanra, that's why people in
See?
America do 3 and 4 jobs. Make
Yeah,
Paul
but you
talk,
only
please.
do that. Me
They got a
personally,
chance to
I
let me
live here.
talk
Well,
to John
guys, give me a
Steve.
chance to talk, okay? I live in the United States. I got 2 kids up here. I got a 13-year-old daughter. I got an 11-year-old son. Every time I go to the supermarket, my groceries costing me like $250. Okay, and at the same time, I am a mechanic. I work at a shop. Okay, and at the same time, my pay when I basically look at my pay with mortgage for my home and all of that, like I'm looking and I'm saying, wow, because people. That's why when me hear people talk about Jamaica this and Jamaica that, we got to understand if you don't have if you are basic mean you know how your life reach no way. You're not qualified for nothing. You are going to basically find yourself like with a lot of challenges. You understand me? And you can't blame government about that. I can't be in the United States blaming government. I came here and I be certified and I got my job and I'm taking care of my family. And at the same time, I mean, I wouldn't call myself middle class. I would just call myself that I'm basically sustaining life, giving my kids a good life. You understand me? But that doesn't necessarily mean that if I was
I beg your talk, they make me talk to John T.
Give brother Paul a talk.
John T, I
there.
am a construction worker like you, and I've been in the construction working for about 20 years now. And on construction site, no matter how much you pay a laborer, they smoke 25 ganja sticks for the day, then drink 10 cup of rum for the day, and they have 5 baby mother. I have been out there on the site. These guys are not trying to build a life for themselves, They are wasting their time. I have been on the site and know, no matter how much money you pay them, they never satisfy.
They never have money. For true.
Never satisfy. I can remember one guy, one Friday evening when we checked in pay. He won more weed money and more rum money that at $3,000 and go home without a 30,000 for the fortnight.
Yeah.
So no matter how much minimum wage is just something put there, but you don't have to pay it. It's just something that the government has to establish to balance the country. You don't have to pay the 15,000 where the government say you can pay more. People can pay more. It's a guideline. Minimum wage. You can't bring minimum wage in a certain discussion because it's just a guideline. People who can pay more must pay more. And stop blaming the government about that John T. You can't compare Cayman. We work at Cayman, Dominica, US, everywhere. Like you. I mean, Cayman is so expensive. Rent Cayman. You go to Cayman, you not come back with no money to because you have to starve yourself. Because the rent over there is so high. You can't compare to Jamaica. You can't compare Jamaica with other countries like that because the settings are different.
Yeah, man, I understand that. I understand that, brother Paul.
So people have to uplift themselves. If you're a laborer, learn a mason skill, learn a steelwork skill, improve yourself, and stop the whole for smoking and have 3 baby mother. Me tell enough of my work and them say get married to find the best lady where you can find and get married, and it's 2 hours to make life. Jamaica make life difficult for yourself.
That is it, brother Paul. Budget and lifestyle.
In 2016,
yeah,
I built a house and I had this specific laborer that worked on the site for 16 months, 1 year and 4 months.
Brother Paul Kizzy,
and that was his only job. At that time, he was earning $3,500 per day. And when that laborer finished, he bought a car, licensed as a taxi.
Nice.
Went on the road, and that guy now has 2 buses in Juta Tours. And I know some of those same laborers are still on the roadside with a rum and boom and 2 cigarettes.
Yes, sir.
Because of the mindset and the ambition and the lifestyle.
Yes, sir.
And you know what's funny? We as a society, we come out and we cry for these people who don't have ambition. But it is clear that those who have ambition will make it. Jamaica no hard more than nowhere else. I have seen people who turn nothing into something all the time in Jamaica, and you are amazed by it.
Look where me and you coming from.
Right.
You know who you're talking about.
I'm not sure it's who.
Yeah, hello. You notice, let me say something. You notice how the argument it changed now, and we coming down to the nitty-gritty of how things must work in Jamaica and how we must factor in a lot of things and how government come in and can improve certain things. No?
But that is what it's supposed to be, John T. Because
okay, but because I like it now. I like it now.
Janty must be until the third term to work out to finish out in program. He must get the third term to finish.
That's why we have to be supportive of this government, because this government want to structure things and telling people, say, listen, get a skill. That's why art no longer have any fees, and you can go improve yourself and get yourself qualified.
Oh my God, man. Come on, man.
You understand?
Come on.
The next thing, the only thing we want Jamaicans to start understand, say our food in Jamaica is the best food ever.
Best quality.
And stop crave so much imported products.
Oh my God.
Real talk.
Real talk.
Real talk.
Because that is where a lot of our money is going, and that is why we economic sometimes so hard. We want foreign. We have a taste for too much foreign things.
You will never know what Jamaica mean until you leave Jamaica. Like, I'm just being honest, like, no food compared to our food.
True, Shanrai. Is it? Can you imagine somebody go and buy a car with the one money where they have and then can't maintain it?
Yes.
Can
I
you
say
imagine
something?
somebody
Yes,
buy a
of
car
course.
with the one money where
Go
they
ahead.
have and can't maintain it?
You get the clothes and you need to ask for you need to close the sale now on Jan too.
So John T. Well, listen, John T basically come in and him declare him, and he say like what the government a do. He never tell we if him a go vote, if him vote, or we never ask him about that, because sometimes they have to let people make them talk. You understand? So John T, you did the same way, Papa?
No, John T is in the door.
Huh?
No, John T out the door.
So who is John T, boy?
No.
Oh, so
A John T worker.
I was come in John T worker. Talk to it.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, John T pay you.
oh, John T pay. John T's a good boss.
Yeah.
How much him pay you a day?
No, don't do that.
We want to know. Me not trust PMP now.
So you one of the skilled. Are you a skilled worker? Or you're just a learned on the job? What is your position?
Learn.
Let's close this here.
So you'll give How much him a pay you per day?
$7,000.
$7,000 a day. Well, John T did say $7,000.
John
Are
T
you
supposed to
satisfied
decide
with
I'm
it?
telling him
Well, me could big up John T for that.
Young laborer,
Yeah,
talk
man.
to me. You're satisfied with the $7,000 a day? Do you feel that it is a good pay for you based on
Yeah,
your
man,
skill?
him better than enough. Him better than enough boss when me work for out there.
Okay,
Big up John T.
and you plan to upgrade yourself and get a skill? Like you plan to go get yourself certified up at art?
Yes, man.
In which area? Hey, Joshi. Where you do exact? Where you want to go get yourself qualified as? Tell me.
All right. Move down Insta AC and then we AC.
Oh, okay. So that is not the field like what, electrician?
Yeah.
Oh.
A refrigeration. I think a refrigeration.
And
With the AC.
Is it called electrical
Refrigeration.
See an installation.
Yeah, some kind of installation. Okay.
Yeah.
You need to go do it, you hear? Don't
Man, me know, man, yeah.
sign up to art. There is no
Yeah.
fees. And then we work with you. If you have your regular job, and you can go to them and talk to them about the curriculum and tell them, say, listen, me have to earn as my work. Find out what you do it.
But you know the thing about it is where we get that something here from, where we believe that you have to understand, say that why the government, why most people in Jamaica struggle is that one government was telling us that hands out is the right way to go.
True.
This government now is telling us to better ourselves, work.
Get
So
a
that's
skill,
why
get a
there's so
skill.
much problems.
Yes,
you know?
sir. Yes, sir.
Janty, young laborer, you did the same way?
Yeah, you mean there.
Are you a voter? Can you vote?
Yes.
So you reach 18 long time.
No, me at 23.
You say you did vote in the last election?
No.
Oh, but you plan to vote this time?
Me no know why me not really make up mind.
Okay,
Why
he's
not?
undecided.
As a young person, you're not interested in the political direction the country
Yeah, me
is
not
going.
interested in it.
Why is that? Why you don't have an interest?
Me just not make up my mind yet.
He's undecided. That's
You're
understandable.
you're undecided.
I'm
Yeah.
undecided and live in the
All
United
right.
States.
Let me ask you a question. What could happen, or what would make you get an interest, or make up your mind to participate in the next election and cast a vote? What would you need
Well,
to motivate you to do so?
You go, Kizzy.
me to all me see it, more than take on the labor rights still.
Oh, okay. So you're the marker X for the current prime minister.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means you
Smart
see
man.
something.
He's
So
smarter than him, boss.
tell me what you see
Don't say that. Don't say that.
tell me what you see in the prime minister would cause you to make that decision. What are you impressed by?
Alright. Them blame him for certain, them blame him for road and there something, but me would blame him for that still.
Okay. Well, me not talk about what them blame
I
him
think
for.
you
Me
should
talk about
rephrase the question,
what you
Kizzy.
like.
Ask him what kind of good him see where this government do.
Yeah, what no, what is it about the prime minister where you like no, me not talk about what them say him do bad. But what them say him do good. What you see him do good.
Well, to my opinion, me see him do enough to the country good, but you damn good.
Now wait for you, young laborer.
Yeah man, yeah man, yeah come.
You see him do enough good, but you want to know like that one point that what stick out to you the most. Where you have to say, big up bro God, me rate him like that cause me see him do this.
Alright. Bro God to me he fix the road up when me live still.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, so you like
And
say
make
yeah,
sure
good road.
and water there when me there still.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
So
Those
they,
are
they,
true.
they that you know say people always say the government always talk about them fix this road and everything. But I said to people all the time, this is one of the main cry of Jamaicans, road and water.
That's two good components. That's two very important commodity where the country, where the government set out
well,
to
any
do.
functioning society you need good
Yes.
road
Alright.
network and water.
Yes.
Listen now, listen.
Easy.
Why John T said why John T said PNP now, cause Labour right now do nothing for them up here, so
Me know
mainly.
same at PMP.
Up where? Up where? Which area?
Miami man get fire, you know.
You know, get fireman. Come on, John T need him. You think it's easy to find young laborer nowadays?
So John
Everybody?
T take my phone there.
Good work of that, man.
John T take my phone, you know, we don't even know what I go on. Listen,
Then
I
go
want
for
to,
tea time, he get one call.
you think me don't know say John T at PMP, you know, you're the man.
I tell you
He said he said the Prime Minister is doing so good, but that's all they do, confuse people. They just confuse people, man.
Well, we have to remember still, so we can't cuss everybody, you know, because you see, the truth is, you know. All right. So, a lot of us point to St. Thomas and the development that is happening in St. Thomas, right? And the development that is happening in St. Thomas, basically, say the people who live on the main, who will get that stretch of road, right? The highway, basically, into St. Thomas, they will be happy because when them driving to St. Thomas, them can drive right at the gate, and they have good road, right? Then those who have common sense, but remember the urban center is not yet done, so the people now benefit from it yet. So they don't know what is good about it for them. You understand? So you see the people now when they're up in the valley, if they are still on the fence about the government, we have to give and take with them. And the only thing we can say to them is say, listen, previous governments never do nothing for St. Thomas, none at all. But look, we have at least main road now, and we get a new new urban center, eventually they will
They
come in
soon
at the
get
valley
somebody, they
tunnel.
soon get somebody spark program on
Right.
the road
So
then, man.
so
They soon
so
start
so
feel it.
so we
Remember
have to
Fenton Ferguson was a 7-star general up there and he done nothing.
yes, but you have to remember, brother Paul, you see, when you live in a constituency that the PNP had for many years, because
Yes.
I can speak from myself, you lose all hope. You lose
Yes.
all hope. You don't tell
Yeah.
yourself say changes can come
Yeah,
because
that's true.
because when I never used to have confidence in the persons who were running against the PNP in my era, me just tell myself that PNP are gonna win, but me still go vote because me's a tribalist, me's a fighter. But you see, people who go vote over and them don't get no results, and then after the next party win, these people they just stop vote altogether because them try to change it by
Yes,
giving them vote
yes.
and them don't get the desired result, and then them still get the same thing where them a vote against for how much is years. So you have to understand, say it take a time for the
Yes.
mindset of the people to come back, you know, and
But
for persons to start
everything we are come from the
believing.
PNP microphone are empty, empty sound. Me no hear
Because
nothing that echo out of the PNP microphone at
all
Because
all.
they're
right,
not, what you expect? Yeah, them not have no,
look into this, right?
them
In
not say.
2016, when Andrew Holness won, we won by a majority of one, right?
Yes,
But
yes.
immediately when he came in, this was like a breath of fresh air, and they started working instantly. So when Peter Phillips they come and say, when I go dead, when I go prison, and when I go mad, he did not know that the words from his mouth going to affect them. And in short time, right, they lost one of their members in St. Mary. No,
Right.
and then because the JLP started off at such a good footing, we were able to turn over that seat, right?
Yes,
That is
yes.
a PNP garrison. I mean, no, don't be don't St. Mary. They were doctor done there, you know.
Nah,
Them
man,
people,
done. Not true.
yes,
I try about
them,
PNP
them,
them.
them people, are serious comrades, right?
Yes.
The
But
last election,
uh-huh.
me did there Jamaica. I think I when Bruce Golden lose, I left Jamaica 2012. And me go up, me vote at East Portland and me da go back and over the night. And you see when time reach another bay, me left Portland and my green shirt, you know. It's by the time we catch another bay when time they start call somebody see them.
Uh-huh.
So if you see me I cover up my shirt because hey the man they flood out the road, you know.
Because they were aggressive and ready to war.
This a serious
But
thing,
what
man.
I am saying is, what me, the point I really want to make no Rick, that it takes a time, because remember, you know, if you get a cut, your body remember the way it feel, and
True,
it
man.
takes a time for you to forget that pain. And you see, a lot of persons during 2020 they say, oh, PNP never come out, come vote, but the PNP saw no reason to. Even
Yeah,
a
cause
lot
some of
of
them they
them,
rather
a
not
lot
vote.
of
They
them,
rather not vote more than vote for Labour, right?
they rather not vote more than vote for Labour, right? And not only that, they too started experiencing what a lot of other Jamaicans or Labourites experienced over the years, because remember they lost the general election, and then they lost two by-elections. So when 2020 come around, they now were starting to feeling hopeless.
Do you remember that Dr. Peter Phillips them attack Andrew Holness house and lose the election and now they come back with this attack thing?
The PNP don't
Attack
learn.
Andrew house. When
They
Andrew
don't
build him
learn.
house, attack Andrew house. And now then come back with
That's
the
all them do.
same
They not try to
with the
discredit
same thing.
the leader, innit?
Let me
So
It's
tell
not
you what
about
happened.
any policy or any
Let
plans.
me tell you what reached Mark Golden. I'm gonna bring up somebody else. Somebody else request to come up. Let me check who it is. Okay, it is Paul. All right, Paul, join the conversation. By the way, Pastor Moody has been sitting in the box for a long time, and he has not said anything. So let me hear him. And if he's not available, I'll just drop him and bring up somebody else. Pastor Moody, would you like to add something to the conversation? Hello? Going once, going twice.
Yeah.
Press your mic, man, cause sometimes I don't know if you open the mic.
Can I say something? Good morning, family.
Pastor Moody?
No.
No, Paul Lawrence, we are here. Your mic open, but we need to get Pastor Moody attention. If him not talk or him not take part in the conversation, I'd rather to bring somebody up who is active. All right, may I drop him? Your time, Paul.
All right, first thing first. Good morning, family.
Morning, afternoon.
afternoon anything. My little 2 cents is about we speak about centre back. Alright. Back then as a child growing up, right, seeing the PMP dominate in Eastern and West. And for the past few years, there was no development in the parish. Eastern and Western side. Alright. The JLP way and the highway coming. And everybody started to criticize, say, well, the water system and this and that. You live at Portland, and I know everybody here at Jamaica. From your born until now, you ever say, Water Commission ever do a development plan and pipeline system yet?
No, I've never seen a complete. I've never seen a complete overall of none. Them come and them break with them on go service like with pipes burst. If it is a big problem, eventually maybe the citizens come down upon them and them come and repair. I see them do repair. I don't see them do maintenance.
No maintenance. Alright, work on the
No
project.
maintenance and no upgrading of the systems.
Alright,
I
work on the project. And we see a lady where 84 or 85 year old, between 85 to 87 year old, she come out and she said to me, say, Fran, she are 14-year-old, then she said the Water Commission put in some galvanized pipe from then until now. She haven't seen an upgrade on them pipeline system. And when you go take out the pipe, them are dirt right around the galvanized pipe. So when we hold them poured out in our hand. Right? Saying that on this, within the 90s, Mr. Some man, when the PMPR rule, they don't have no work or infrastructure thing where they can gain a living offer. You see when the man them say they go art for sign up for art, then tell them say them have to have CXC for come in art. And if they're not on CXC, then for go back at their yard. And now we say everything start to change where you can go in art free. Go learn a trade and come out back.
Amen.
But not only that, nowadays them having art of regular assessment days where they go into the communities and you can and they come and they can assess you at your job as well, depending on what you're doing. So art is doing a lot of improvement too in terms of meeting the people where they are. So they have changed a lot. A lot has restructured.
Alright. And the issue is the voting issue. But I think we can't vote for PMP, honestly, because PMP don't have a policy. And if you don't have a policy, it don't make sense. You go out there, go campaign and say, well, vote for me. You're going nowhere, just come like I drive a bus and the bus head over a ditch. And if you check the background of the people when I say vote for PMP for years, it coming like, I don't even know if to describe them, I don't really want to discriminate them, honestly.
They don't even come to you with a proposal on how to maintain the economy. You know, will we be borrowing again? Will we be going back to IMF and such? How are we going to sustain what is already in place? So will social programs such as, the social pension remain in place? Will the second chance smile program remain in place? The new life, new limb? All these different programs that are helping the poor, not the rich. The heart program, where you can get $100,000 to start a little business, and if you already have an established business, you can get $1 million. All of these things, they have not proposed anything that they will do should they become the government. But you have people who are going to vote now based on perception and thinking. Tell them what them are going to do. Me can't allow these people to make decisions for me.
But Philippian, let's look at this, yeah? Okay, Larry. Okay, Paul, talk.
You see the councillor them, we have some JLP councillor them in my community. If the people them work wasn't like, if them was done some fool, they would have voted for PMP. But the people are enough that fool. But you see the councillor them are the problem, Honestly, the councillor them too cocky. You need to push out the council them, the cocky council them, and bring it up somebody where people can even relate to and talk to and them something there. People who can even go cross and send all a message. Philippine and Madam Oates, I'm sorry say you're not living in my community, right? I know about now. But I suggest for them put you up for councillor. The councillor them too cocky, man. And that's the problem now. Everybody has said, oh,
And right, a true Paul.
hey, something hurt me, I tell you, man.
Paul, when you're in a politics, you can't be cocky. Or if you want to be cocky, you be cocky in your own house, in your private place. You have to work for the people. And if you have to go in at the gutter with them, go clean it, you have to go in there, go help them. You're not too nice. You're there to serve the people.
You see,
I don't know why some people enter politics.
It's a Darren Vaugh's wife. When I look on the TikTok and something them, she did there with the people them tour to tour. Them a councillor, all they know them drive fast and them vehicle and them wind up and if you stop them, I give a finger about them soon, then I see them. Because even when the councillor almost make the people them come out for vote for him, I'm tired people have to go around people to yard and I say, boy, I can't make Andrew lose this thing now. Can't go walking on the black and white JLPNP story, Honestly, so come out, come support, I say, you have a lady, she around 90 years old, when the woman see it, the woman almost dropped down and dead, For sure, The woman have a ball upon her family and her daughter, them, so come out, go vote. We don't want about the PNP thing. I tell you, the council would have dead if him pass until mother be morning. I said the man then too cocky, man. Honestly, them something I need for change.
And we have a role to play. I always say, why aren't we asking these questions about what the PNP has to offer? Why aren't we asking the questions? We can write a status on our WhatsApp, we can write it on TikTok here. We can literally go in and write it and ask these questions, attach some hashtags if it requires that, or attach one music, one song, so it can go viral. We need to do things like this because right now, I don't see nobody else come.
But the same thing, the truth is, Philippines, a lot of persons, if they can't even read and write properly, they can send voice notes, And when they send a voice note with the right questions and send them out to test, share this to people, share this, it will go out, because a lot of voice notes, for sometimes when we hear a private voice notes, how me end up with it from multiple people sharing. You understand?
You can make a voice note on your WhatsApp status as well.
Yes, and you can put it
on your WhatsApp.
Everybody have them voice. The thing is, when it come on to the consular thing, Paul Lawrence, I'll say this to you. You see people in their communities, because most of the times the councillors are from the communities, and you see sometimes we don't I don't know, is it that people now, the right set of people not trying to get into politics, because it can be very hard. It's especially your character come up against so much. You have peer problem. Not everybody, even if they mean well, it take a lot sometimes to put yourself forward for leadership, especially in a political roles, right? Then you have the people in the community who them don't want you because of personal biases, because they are not educated enough to separate personal feelings from looking at a person and saying, this person might have them ways, but them have the best interest at heart. Sometimes people feel to look past that. You're going to hear say, in person, say, man, I don't really care to be friends with no politician or no political leader, as long as they do what is within their job description, right? You have the good one, them, where do a little bit more. You see the people them where they not even know, not a lot of people don't even, the average Jamaican, if you ask them what is the role of the MP or what is the role of the council, they don't know. They don't know what they expect from them. Some of them think say people to come around to come sit down on them doorstep and left 1 5 grand with them, and that is not their job.
And that is why the PNP get people to vote for them, because they know people are not that literate.
Why not write a letter to the MP though?
All right, you know what? All right, I know Madam House and Philippine. You see if the minister they not push out right about now And the councillors them are gonna make we win the election, you know. And the MP and the Prime Minister, you know. The councillor them not doing nothing at all, you know.
So Paul, why don't you write a letter to your MP stating what the councillor is doing? Because bro, that's the best way. Why? Because
You don't need to write the MP either, you know. You need to write the Minister of Local Government. If you have a complaint,
right, reach out to somebody bigger.
If you have a complaint against a councillor and it is valid and you can prove it to be so, you can definitely send an email, a letter, drop it off at the ministry, address it to Desmond Mackenzie. And eventually you might get some traction if you can get even 2, 3, 4 people in the community to sign it and say, listen, this person is not carrying out them job description at all and what have you. You might never know how far it can reach.
Because we can't afford to make bad people and make the Prime Minister look bad, you know. So you see, if somebody nah step up, we just report them, man. You know, because you can't go against, because you can't make, because of that you go against the Prime Minister, because the Prime Minister is doing a good job. So if somebody is there that is not basically doing what they ought to do, then get them reported, man.
Yeah, we get rid of them.
Right now, I'm really nervous about the general election because I'm back of my head, man, so we're not going to win. Honestly, how I feel. I don't know, 1, 2, 3 or 4 people, a lot of people were dieted, were labor rights, were living in my community. Every time we meet up and we talk, some of the women them are so passionate about it, them start to cry.
There's no doubt that we will win the next general election. No doubt.
I understand how them feel. Well, no, me don't know if the situation and the media know why they may feel away. Is it that?
Yeah. You know, Castor I leave.
Paul, I'm asking, is it the situation in the media?
Yeah, because
Paul, I'm asking a question. Is it the situation in the media why they're feeling that way or what?
Yeah, man. The media coverage.
I understand because I can identify with how they're feeling, right? So, and that is why we need the party to come out now and defend people and console people like us.
Philippian,
Yes?
it will blow off soon. Give it another 2 or so months. That's how politics is. It will blow off and people won't forget about it.
No. People won't blow up. People won't forget it. Common sense. That's not true. And me know you're a big man. And you live through the demonization of Eddie Siaga. Unless you don't agree that he was demonized, but he was. And people up to today, and I'm dead. Even after they spoke at his funeral and talked about how rare and blah blah, you have people who still peddle the lies. You understand? Hey, Matsi, hello, wie geht's dir? Danke schön, danke für den Team Herz. Yeah.
Prime Minister Jamaica ever see it, so I don't care what nobody wanna say.
But Shanroy, are you eligible to vote and are you coming when the election is called to come and cast?
Yes, I am. What?
Okay, yes. Make sure.
Oh yeah, sir.
Of course, you know, more you ask some people, even Philippines, when the people who come from overseas come down the line, ask them if they are willing to campaign or they will send a small package to donate to help campaign.
Danke schön, Matze.
Hold on there, Paul. I'm not hearing you.
Well, I need to understand that, bro, God, make enough we fly out, you know. So you feel like, he's not, you got to understand. 3/4 of the US I say Andrew holness, so and not just Jamaica alone.
Alright, something what I know. I'm a real.
I hear what Paul has said, please come soon, jump off. What you say now, Paul?
Remember when Portia win the election that year? What was that?
You mean when she win the first time?
Yeah.
Around that was
time she win?
It was around
2011.
2000.
Alright. You know that you have a lot of returning residents in my community. And you know the risk on the returning resident community to give up. Well, we never know that a lot of English people that support the Jamaica Labour Party. Honestly. I know she does and she's ignorant and she's stupid and all of them stuff. Never know that.
Well, you know, listen to me. We have to remember that there is a thing. There is politics at different level. People relate to different things, and we can never underestimate the woman vote, the power of women. Remember, say Jamaica is basically a patriarchal society. Not a patriarchal society, matriarchal society. Like the head of most households are women, right? Women have come a long way and a far way, right? At the time, PJ Patterson was very smart when he made the choice for Portia to become the next leader of the party, because they have exhausted at the time they have exhausted everything that they could use, right, to put themselves and present themselves as new and different to the Jamaican people. Right? They did already the black man time and all the other stupidness that they usually use, emotional politics, right? For win. So they brought forward Portia, and people think, oh, she's a woman and we don't care if she's not educated, she's one of us. So we're gonna give Mama P a chance. We're gonna give Mama. Remember when you call a woman Mama, you know. You give her one the level of respect, you know, you tell yourself so she experienced, she nurturing, she go care for it. I was a little young pitney, but me said to my mother is a labor right, and she did not vote that time when Portia, and me did so upset because I could not vote. And I said to her, mother, you are making a very big mistake, because this lady, she is not fit to become prime minister, and it can't be that we are going to vote in somebody due to their gender. It's not about gender.
But a lot of people did it anyway.
But she never win.
Yes,
She did.
No, man, she never win.
About the first time.
The first time she run at Bruce Bowling, she run against Bruce with fire.
Oh, we're talking about the second time.
And then she run against, so I never emotions. They only win election because and the trick with them pull from Bruce Bowling.
But Rickster, Portia was one of the most popular politicians in Jamaica.
Yeah, she was. But remember, I said the first time they put her at the polls for the prime minister, she lose. Everybody vote for Bruce. Most people vote for Bruce Golden. Because they wanted a change from the People's National Party. And that broke their 18-year streak, you know.
Yes.
18 and a half years, you know.
Yes, and then shortly after what they
and
did,
then she come back, they mess up. Yeah, then Trickery mess up Bruce. And then Bruce hand it over to Andrew, and then she win. And she couldn't retain the back 4 years later.
PMP always have pick up them seals, you know. Them prone for, you know.
So, are those emotions?
Well, people are saying...
We don't have motive.
All right, let me ask you something, Rickster. Which group you think? Because persons are saying to me on the live, since the live start, that independence is who will make the change. I do not agree. I think independents already make up their mind. That is what I believe. I believe the vote that we have to target is the youth vote. The young persons.
Me feel so too. We're not Jamaican or no independent voter.
The young persons who never voted before and who was too young 8 years ago to know what was happening to Jamaica by that time, and who has only lived under Andrew Holness, they are going to feel like, oh, I felt when PJ Patterson did get the third term. So I believe they are who we need to target, the youth vote.
True. I youth. True.
The young youth, they might get visa through now because of Holness. So you all of them are vote for Mr. Holness.
No, Shanra. We can't.
That's one. We not like that thinking.
But that one that's not
alone. Because of the opportunities that were available to them.
No, remember when? Look here. Remember when one time I just all people alone usually got foreign.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but
if you look at
the embassy.
Not for the people who get visa, they not come back, so we can't talk about them.
Hey, Pastor Moody, I've been in the back so long, I may call you, you never answer, you know. I know you're gone down, you send back the request. I'm going to bring you up, but you have to open your mic and hardware out your 2 cents, and then we keep it moving, so the conversation can flow. Please.
Yeah, allow him to talk.
Yes. It look like in connection that it was so good. Now connect it still as a loading.
Okay. Madam was, you didn't know about the flower pies in Yala St. Thomas.
What is it? I can know what?
A flower pies was in Yala St. Thomas back in the late 70s.
No, I wouldn't know that, you know. That's before my time.
Somebody tell me, and it was the Michael Manley was ruling and then get some flour from Germany. And the flour was fighting and then send it to the community from these people there.
Upper St. Thomas?
Yeah, last year.
I've never heard of it.
First me I hear that.
Then said the tip did have on some chemical and the flour dry the chemical. So
Yeah.
it's contaminated and then said the whole of the flour come right in this particular area here.
Lion head flour. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, somebody will tell you when the lion head flour.
And what happened? They sent it to one specific community?
Yeah, it was a mass funeral, yeah.
Oh wow, how many people?
I think most of 18 people and 70 people was contaminated.
Wow. I wonder if we could find any information on that.
I think so.
So they knowingly knew that the flour was contaminated and sent it there?
Yeah, that I understand, yeah.
Oh wow. Hey, I tell you, Jamaica have some past, you see. Okay, Philippa, no problem. Jamaica have some history. Jamaica have some history. That's why I said to people sometimes, I don't like to go back too much into you have some history. That's why I said to people sometimes, I don't like to go back too, because you see, Jamaica was definitely in a different space back in the day, and certain things, both sides might have done some stuff, and you're gonna always have people who on the defense and say, yeah, but we didn't defend ourselves, and the other side are gonna say the same thing too. So me just chuck it up and say, listen,
Leave it right, so.
The political space was a different space, Jamaica was a different country, and today we are talking about today.
We actually have a good democracy now.
Yes. And we have to be really thankful our Prime Minister, because he's not one of them
Yeah, Kizzy.
he's not one of them who want to turn the other cheek.
Yeah.
To turn the other
I
cheek.
I just checked on it. I remember 17 people died and 78 total.
1978 it happened?
1976.
1976. Okay. 17 people died. So nobody never get charged. Nobody never come out of it.
No come out of it. All them said, Michael man they come now, helicopter, and when come at the funeral, I'll be laughing my laugh.
You know what is funny, Paul? You see, these days we have the luxury of calling for accountability, right?
Yeah.
And we have the luxury of saying, hey, we want transparency. Cool facts. So yesterday we talk about but who bring all of this morality and transparency and being balanced. You have to say this. I really Bruce, you know, kind of time, because Bruce Golding, you know, because Bruce Golding is the person who wanted, you know, equality among the parties, and even though they're in opposition, we give the benefit just like everybody else, because, you know, some areas who when you're an MP on the opposition side back in those days when PNP did not power, you don't get nothing from government. Zero. Your community would suffer. These days, across the board,
because a Bruce community with a constituency development for
the CDF.
CDF.
Correct. Right?
Honestly speaking, one of us and a lot of people on this panel here is a person who kind of broad. But anytime we see, you know, an info come up, they come like in a classroom. You know. There was so much thing to learn, and there is so much information, very informative, like, you know. And the negative people, then when they come on the podcast, they can't, because what? They're not bright enough, and they're not willing to accept what is what. The hand will run off, because you know one man that tries to tell me, say, well, the PMP are the good. And when you see saying can't convince you, you know, it's blackmail.
Yeah, but so them say you will not get me do that. The only time you're gonna block somebody if they're being disrespectful, like being very nasty. And if me say account is not really like a good account, like you just use the account for troll, or
you just block them.
Yes,
they
because
one follower or no follower or something. You know,
right.
So them I know.
Cool facts, you want join the conversation, cool facts? Come in, no fear topic.
Remember my days, hey, me live at Portland, me live at St. Mary, me live at Senton, me live at St. James, and me live at Hanover. And that all of them moving there from parish to parish.
You learn.
Me learn different things. And the only thing when me can say me sick in a PNP time from Portland to Hanover or to Westmoreland is that piece of road from Negril to Bryans Bay. Nothing more.
Yeah. Okay. So me and you go disagree on that now, Rickster. And the piece of road, Miss Avazi that for war them to get them to do West Portland. If you remember that. But
Yeah,
let
me
me
know
say
that.
this. PNP was in power for East Portland for 32 years or maybe 33, right? And during that time, as a little girl, I remember having various MPs all the way up until Dr. Bloomfield. And the one thing that happened on the PJ Patterson at the time is that they
The what? The Marina?
build the pier. They build the pier.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
They build the Errol Flynn
Earl
Marina.
Fit Marina.
But I remember when I was a little girl and they were building that thing, right? And the main question everyone was asking, will it provide jobs? Will it provide jobs?
It was
Will
just
it
a safe space, isn't it?
no, it was just to secure the third term for PJ Patterson.
Mm-hmm.
And mind you, I will say it is a beautiful construction,
So
beautiful enhancement to our parish because it's not like it never been
the
built.
landscape did dead, innit? Because they
It
never
was
really have nowhere to hang out tonight town.
but well on, it was there before. It was there long before. It was
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. Look, we always used to hang out over the library. What they did was
Yeah,
improve the
true.
space. But they did not prepare the harbor for certain size ships to come in. And
True.
they did not build the shops in any way, shape, or form that everyday Jamaicans and Portlanders could get even a shop
Good
over there to
benefit.
set up to
Mm-hmm.
benefit. So at the end of the day, it is a beautiful space, but it did nothing for Portland. Nothing
True.
in the
That
sense that it brought no economic value. Right? So you might hear them say, "Oh, is PNP build the pier?" Yes, they did. But why do for Portland? Right now, no cruise ship of certain size can come in at the harbor. So it makes no sense. It brings no economic value.
You must get a Titchfield. A Titchfield you used to go.
Yeah, but you used to go to Teachfield, man.
You want to come at Titchfield and but some the people in the Ghana first. Remember that.
Listen. I don't credit Teachfield High School for my education. I would credit Happy Grove High School because when I went to Teachfield, I got distracted and never interested in a school again. Me interested in a boyfriend.
Yeah, that's
So, but I joke me I make still big up Teachfield, one teach at my school that I love my Xbox same way.
Things are
I'm just
just
making
school
a
to
joke.
you, you know.
Yeah, just making a joke with you guys.
yellow people come match up in school.
Who teach Happy Grove?
Yeah.
Ah, God, St. Thomas Pitting and get Happy Grove be a problem.
Anyway, guys, keep on the good. Keep on doing good on the life. Enjoy hanging
I
with
think
you
I'm
guys.
gonna jump off now though because I've been on now for a couple of hours and I'm tired. I'm want to listen to Perdel and Cliff. Because yesterday we
Yeah,
get a
they're
good laugh out of it.
Yeah, man.
So
yeah.
that's where I'm heading. But thanks guys, thanks so much for everybody who tuned in, for
Yeah, man.
everybody.
Make up yourself.
And keep
All
it
right,
fun.
big up.
You know, when I created my TikTok, I tell myself that I am political on other platforms, so I'm gonna keep TikTok light and cool. But I can't do that because I see too much propaganda over here and too much
Yeah,
misinformation.
look here.
So I
Sometimes we
have to
want
join the
come.
conversation.
What are you
Yeah,
coming out? What are you
Sean
coming
Roy,
out?
add me back.
You
Yeah,
have to
Okay.
play a part and hold up his space, isn't me?
I'm passionate about my country. I love my country, and there is no way me fight from me a little pit me I got meet, you know. Jesus Christ, man, me can't say me finally I'll live. I am finally living what I wanted to live, experience
Hmm.
from a government, and me can't just lie down and take it. So guys, wherever I know there now, no space,
Big up on
motivate
yourself.
people,
And
motivate
and I,
people.
and I, yes, I want to tell people that perception isn't reality. Okay, and for the first time, we're seeing and feeling things done.
You know, we relate to each other like we know each other. Like we know each other a long time. We don't know
Well,
nobody.
we have one common goal, you know, the whole of we want to see Jamaica better, and whole of we want to see this government be the one who make it better because of them a do it. So that's all we need. We don't need nothing else.
And the
Right, in
thing
that
is,
modern era.
we've never, the thing is also, there's no record of the previous one doing, you know, driving Jamaica towards becoming a first world country. We've never seen it at this magnitude. And we just
Philippine,
have to send, yeah,
when the prime minister was speaking in New York, I will tell every person, please
to
go
watch
and
it.
listen to that. If
Exactly.
you go up on YouTube, go to the prime minister's account, not PBCJ, not JIS. Go to the prime minister's account. Give that video a listen. Take on the time and go listen to the prime minister's address.
You know what I want also, that for us to cut up that video and post it on our TikTok.
Yep.
But you remember a previous guy did say something about information. I know it's not out there.
Yeah,
The Prime Minister
listen.
have a YouTube page.
Listen, me not listen to the engineer, and he made valid points, yeah. But him a one of them, he say he's an independent, but him a one of them when like where seems to not like Marlon and Nesta and what have you. Me think that me chalk that up to some kind of masculine thing with man. Him prefer Dana. Me not like Dana approach. I'm me a labor right. Me not like her approach. That mean I think she has good ideas, but I don't see her relating to the common man. Me not see her me not see her being effective. That is just my opinion. And I mean, as me said earlier, all of us receive information differently. So he has his choice and I have mine, and I'm sure there are many others too. But the information is there. Who no have it, them no want it. Anyways, me I go clean up. Me I go finish up now. I don't know. I'm not somebody who go live every day or whatever, but you know we see me pan Dujan live. Come in join every labor right live neither, because some of them just too aggressive. Me can't deal with it.
Also, I'll be missing from the space for about a week. So, in case anybody wondering.
Well, if you guys
Philippines, bring back some party here.
if you guys want
Jamaica, you know.
if you guys want me to host lives anytime at all, as long as I have the time, wanna just inbox me and say, "Kids, start up the live if you have time." I will do it. Sometimes I have a lot of time. Sometimes I am very busy due to work. But now I'm home. So if you want to say, "Kids, start up the live," even if I can't like sit and whatever. Who, me?
Yeah.
I can come on tomorrow. Definitely, I have time.
So I'm to tonight. When I'm coming back tonight.
Oh, so this is the thing now, guys. I am in a different time zone from you all.
In Jamaica?
No, I'm not currently. So when if I'm not sleeping at nights, I don't mind to turn on the live either. But you know, you have some labor rights. We have them set times, and I would not want to start a conversation when they have their lives running. You know. So if nobody not on, like none of the regulars like Chopper not on, Chuck not on, Dujan not on, Munchie not on, and them people, then I will definitely host the live if you guys want me to.
So you ever gone info live yet?
Yes, but not often. Me kind of upset with info, you know. One of the time me that fella, you know, info really good. I mean, they do something, I mean never like it. So me kind of unfollow and avoid him live. But at the end of the day, in my labor right and me not hold it. It's not personal. Me they just upset at the time. But yeah, man, we go on him live.
In good slow, but instead of cross the message, the message is like I film out like I'm a burn them out.
Yeah, but you see, listen, me can't cuss and go on bad just like everybody else. No, but what that bring we? That don't bring we nothing.
Yeah, true.
That don't bring we nothing. Me will stop and address them, but me not go have no time for back and forth. And you're not gonna catch me a back and forth with none of the PNP people that have them platform. Cause me not even go up for them platform. So
I forgot on it, man.
no, sir, me not have to go on them, because you guess what? Them not important. You know who important? Me sit down and me listen to the politicians, because I for them name the pan ballot. Me not cuss with no other person where have the same platform like me and have one vote like me. Them don't make no sense to me. I rather black them.
When we are yellow, so live still.
I have some St. Thomas friends, we always come to my lives when we do them, but not regarding politics. But a couple people give me a little update and tell me what going on out there. So I have some cool friends from the St. Thomas.
Come on, when I always come up with
I always come St. Thomas too. Every time I'm there in Jamaica, I come St. Thomas because I want to see the improvement. I'm come out to come buy mango.
People from Portland.
I come. You see right at White Asses where the people have the mango on the road?
Yeah.
I always stop and buy mango.
I say you have to come and yellow all there. So further than my time when I'm mango.
Jamaicans for progress, that is exactly my point. The 5 good things, it is nice, but that can't be how you engage like the entire and me still I try, I cannot relate to her. So if me consider myself grassroots. In the politics you have different hierarchy. I identify myself with the grassroots. And if you cannot, and the grassroots is your strongest base in every political party. You have the big donors, them a different set of people, and they also have a different access. But if you cannot relate to the grassroots as a party, you're going to have problem. And I have been trying to send that message out, and people are saying if stop, and others are say that they don't agree with me, so me leave it alone. It is nothing personal. I think she is more than capable. She started off really good, and people were, that engaged, but I think it gets stale now. That's my 2 cents. May I respond to the people in the comments? I don't really want to say nothing like I don't want to say it out because I don't know if nobody has screen record or whatever. But the people in the comments, them get what me say.
Alright, cool.
I don't want to call no name.
Tomorrow morning.
Yeah, man. Alright, guys. Big up on yourself. Have a blessed afternoon. And stay safe and keep pushing the message. And we have to support the Prime Minister anyway, anyhow.